Hi, my name is Alana Hess, and my presentation will be on the Mali Empire. So, why did I choose this topic? Well, I have a passion for ancient history. I really liked learning in sixth grade with our history curriculum at my school. We learned about ancient Egypt, we learned about ancient Greece, and I was really interested by those topics. And so taking this class, I thought it was really interesting that we were going to be kind of going into the ancient history of Africa, which I thought would be really fun because I've never learned anything like that in any school. Another reason I chose this topic was that it's something entirely new, something I had no prior knowledge on. So it was taking a topic that I knew nothing about, so 0% knowledge, and just taking it all the way to making a research paper and presentation on it. And I thought that was a really cool idea and a good challenge, and so I went for it. A little background on the Mali Empire. Mali covered many present-day nations. It covered Mauritania, Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Nigeria, and Chad. Mali was located in the Africa plains between two very different climates of the Sahara Desert north of Mali and the rainforest south of it. It would soon hold more land, adding up to a grand total of 1,800 miles. Mali spans so far that it covered different climate areas, including the desert, as well as tall and short grasslands to forests and rainforests. Another big contribution Mali made to Africa was the contribution of Timbuktu. Timbuktu had advanced libraries and a university. Timbuktu was one of many advanced and spectacular cities within the Mali Empire. Timbuktu was a meeting hub for scholars and other intellectual individuals, such as artists and poets and writers. This contributed to African culture and history in a positive way. Mali made great strides and advances in astronomy, based in Timbuktu. Mali based ceremonial traditions on astronomical occurrences that were discovered by scholars at this time. This civilization was ahead of its time in that they knew of Saturn's rings and Jupiter's moons and the shape of the Milky Way. This was far ahead of their time. They also knew of the orbiting of the Sirius star system. The Mali Empire was able to record the star systems throughout the 1990s accurately. This was a major feat and major contributor to the African culture and history. Timbuktu was also the leading center for Islam, and Timbuktu was the hub for Islamic mosques and Islamic learning. The most famous and unique rulers of Mali was Mansa Musa. Mansa was a word that meant ruler or king, and he was an unusual ruler who came to fame from his trip from Mali to Mecca, spreading his vast gold riches along the way to the people. He was also praised and immortalized because of how he acquired Timbuktu and made it into a famously known trade and intellectual hub that's famous and well known for. Obtaining Timbuktu was a crucial part that led to the even further wealth and prestige of the Mali Empire. A major aspect of Mali was trade. Mali became so large that it had power and control over a lot of West Africa. Mali took advantage of its position and size and location and put taxes on trading. There was so much trade in Mali that it became a huge source of profits for the empire. Mali was extremely large. This was surprising. Mali was almost the largest empire at the time. Mali was only second to China, which was known at the time as the Mongol Empire. Mali's size was good in that it spanned a lot of area and people, but this also made it harder to control and keep stable. So learning about the ancient empire of Mali had a big impact on me, who hadn't really learned much about African history in school. That's why I have this image here, and that in schools we learn about a lot of different civilizations and other and other countries other than ourselves, but we don't learn much about African history or African American history. And I think a big part of that is that the U.S. just wants to forget and pretend like nothing ever happened. But I think it's really important to learn about these origins because they actually have an impact on our world today. And that leads me to my next slide, in that we gained a lot of advancements to our world through African history and through the city or the empire of Mali. For example, all the advancements in astronomy was something that I had never known came from the ancient empire of Mali. I wouldn't have been able to guess that in a million years, and so I thought that was really interesting to learn and understand of where these ideas are coming from. So that's my presentation. Thank you for watching.